The Art of Optimal Decision-Making, a lesson from a graduate class. In the lecture hall of a graduate-level economic management class, Associate Professor Dr. Fan The Kong began his lecture on microeconomics. "Good morning, everyone," he said. "Today, we'll use a familiar scenario, choosing milk at the supermarket, to dissect one of the most fundamental theories, consumer choice theory. How do we make optimal decisions?" Immediately, a female student named Hong Hong spoke up. "Professor, for me, this decision should be based on concrete data analysis. I would compare the price per 100 milliliters, examine the nutritional content, sugar levels, protein, to find the product with the best performance for every dollar spent." Sitting nearby, Tat Thang had a different opinion. "I think sometimes the decision isn't that complicated. My family has used the same brand of milk for years. I trust its proven quality. Familiarity and reliability are also values. They save me time and the cost of searching for information." Another perspective was offered by Duc Loy. "My view leans towards social factors," he said. "I would prioritize products from domestic companies committed to sustainable development or supporting local farmers. For me, consumer behavior is also a vote for the values I believe in." Hong Ngok followed, bringing a new dimension to the discussion. "As for me, I would consult nutrition experts or reputable reviews. In a market full of misinformation, relying on expert knowledge helps me minimize risk. It's a way to solve the asymmetric information problem." Associate Professor Kong nodded, extremely pleased. "Excellent. Thank you all. Hong Hong, Tat Thang, Duc Loy, and Hong Ngok have shown us the complex lenses of the modern consumer, optimizing performance, minimizing transaction costs, pursuing ethical values, and handling asymmetric information." He picked up a marker and drew a downward-sloping line on the board. "Hong Han's approach, optimizing every dollar, is the foundation of the budget line," he explained. "It represents the limit of our spending power. All decisions must lie on or within this line." Next, he drew a series of curves that were convex to the origin. "The different preferences and values of Tat Thang, Duc Loy, or Hong Ngok are represented by indifference curves," he continued. "Each curve represents a level of utility. Thang has an indifference curve that prioritizes reliability, while Loy prioritizes ethical values." "So, Professor, how do we combine all those factors to find the optimal point?" a student asked. Associate Professor Kong smiled. "An excellent question. That is precisely our goal. The optimal consumer choice, or the equilibrium point, lies right at this point of tangency." Associate Professor Kong pointed to where the highest indifference curve touched the budget line. "At this point, you maximize your satisfaction, whether that's satisfaction from nutrition, reliability, or ethical values, within the limits of your resources." The class murmured in understanding. Hong Han said, "So that's it. The budget line isn't just money, but all of our resources, and I need to find the point of tangency with my goals." Tat Thang nodded. "And my reliability is a form of utility, represented on an indifference curve." Duc Loy smiled. "And ethical consumption is an effort to reach the highest indifference curve that aligns with my value system." The bell rang, signaling the end of class. "There is no single, optimal choice for everyone," Associate Professor Kong concluded. "In economic management, each of us, and every business, has our own budget line and indifference curves. The art of optimal decision-making is to understand those limitations and priorities. This is a lesson for all future managers." The class erupted in appreciative applause.